Welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Good afternoon, morning. Good morning, Rolf. I guess it's a bit of both.
No, it's afternoon for me, but hello.
It's morning for me, yeah. We've been, well, I've been busy mostly, but you've been a little busy off camera, but yeah, mostly me.
Yeah,
I got up early
I
this
did
morning,
something, yeah.
yeah. So, I moved our forestry over to here because I didn't want to worry about chunk loaders. It was being a nuisance. It's not actually doing anything right now, except it is set up to do stuff. Well, half set up to do stuff. This will be needed later on. So it's good that I've got it set up because when eventually we get there, which won't be this episode, but in the future, because there's a lot of off-camera work to do, but in the future this will be really important. But for now, it's going to stand idle, which is fine.
Yay.
What other things have I done? I've added a new machine here. It's called the DNA extractor. And I forget what you use it for. I think it might be for replicating bees and replicating the genetic templates. I think that's what it's for. But what it's really for us is in our quest book. There is, under, for the hoarding, a request for 500 buckets of liquid DNA. So I've got 32 buckets right now, which is fine. We'll be able to get that kind of quantity.
It's a start.
Yeah. In terms of bees, I have gone up a few lines. So I think where we left it before, we were at noble bees. So I put the noble bees all the way up to imperial bees, and now if you're in the area you get regen, which is nice.
Yeah.
That also gives us a byproduct of royal jelly, which I've been collecting. Over here are industrious drones. That's the other branch that comes from like the basic 2Bs, you know, the common line and up. You get industrious or imperial. So I've gone all the way up that line too. That gives you production speed on bees up to quite high, which is quite good if you want that trait for any reason. But the they're producing pollen clusters, which might come in useful later. Imagine they will do. Then I did a little bit of the magic bees stuff. So what I did is over here, when we were generating the bees, I've got lots of bees that I came through because this is a good way of getting things like unusual princesses and some of the rarer princesses that, you know, aren't easy to get any other way. So I use those to create an eldritch drone, which is needed later down the line. For if I have a look at the quest book and go to bees and trees, there's a section called samples, and some of these, like the destabilized drone, the phosphor, that kind of stuff, needs bees that are on this line, including the mutable drone is also on that line, and the eldritch queen. It's quite a complicated bee line though, so yeah. And I also got a transmuting princess, which gives us something called simmering cones, and the simmering cones are actually rare on it, so we won't get many of these. But I believe simmering cones will grant us some of that phosphor that we need, and also the refractory wax. But this is not the transmuting bee is not the best way to get it. It's just a cheap, quick bee to get it. But it's not I think it's like a 2% chance of getting the right stuff altogether. So yes, it's not great. In fact, it's been running for a few hours and I don't even have one of its output. So
Yeah. Really is slow.
yeah, very slow. It's not the best thing. In terms of gene samples, I've got a few species and bunch of different traits that I've been storing in here, which I actually connected up. There is an import bus underneath this chest that's connected to the genetic sampler, which leads to this sub-network over here. And yeah, so we can get our samples off of that. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's changed with the bees. It's something that I'm going to have to keep coming back and giving updates to, because bees are notoriously long in the tooth to actually get going. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to come back during the episode to actually do something that's related to all of that. But first, Rolf was actually creating something, so head downstairs, Rolf. Right the way down as well. I think you're probably going the quicker route, but never mind.
Oh, you don't want to see my cobble work?
I'm going there, yeah.
Want to show it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm headed. I'm going. I beat you there. More or less.
More or less.
So, yeah, talk us through what you've got.
Yeah, we always ran out of sand and glass, that's why we made a cobble work. Got a normal extruder here with the upgrades making cobblestone. That is pulverized in the first furnace to make what's it called
Gravel
again?
and sand.
Gravel, and then pulverized in the second one to make sand, and that one is getting cooked to make glass. And the byproducts are also exported to the top, so we are filling up all the barrels over here.
Yeah, and I believe behind these you've got storage buses, right? So we can access them off of the network.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's accessible by the network.
Cool. Well, that's
Yep.
what you've managed to do. Right, so let's head back
Yay.
upstairs. And I'm going to do a temporary setup for the moment. I'm going to try and move some power over there eventually, but I'm going to do one that doesn't require any power. So I'm just going to use a basic apiary, and I'm going to place it right in the middle here. And before I forget, over here we've got our industrious queen. I'm going to steal our industrious queen, because the industrious queen is one of the best. It's not quite the best. I think there's a rare bee that can be used. Oh, I need flowers. Let me grab something here. This will do. Forgot about that. This may not work actually, now I come to think of it, but we'll give it a go. The reason it might not work is the other bees have upgrades. Oh no, it's in the normal range. We're good. I was a bit worried about the biomes and stuff, but no, this is fine. So yeah, the industrious bees are very good because they increase the possibility of pollination between the trees, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So what we need to do is there's a few steps. So first of all, to be able to work with any kind of tree, you need to mutate too. So I'm just going to take the standard oak sapling, and in this case it will be the apple oaks, because that's actually part of forestry. I'm going to take 2 of them, and we're also going to get what's the other? Think of another vanilla tree, like is it beech?
Spruce.
I'm going to see if I can get what's the lighter coloured one? Birch. That's the one I was thinking of. Birch.
Birch, yeah.
Because I know there's some. I think it's that tree line we want. I could be wrong, and I'll look it up later. But I want to show the theory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place... oh, what happened there? Oh, there it goes. Yeah. 1 sapling in each corner. Taking a while to display, but that's fine. And I wonder if I've got any thinking here that will help. Ah, watering can. That will do it. So let's get these going. If it turns night time, we'll have to sleep once these are grown.
Yeah, it's almost night time.
Yeah, because the bees don't run at night, obviously.
Yeah, it's night time. We have to sleep.
Okay. So by taking two different types of tree, we're going to see if we can combine their traits to create a brand new tree. So it's a bit like how the bees work. You take two different types of bees, you combine them together and see what you get out of it. These trees might be perfect. Yeah, I was a bit worried they were too close, but that works. And are you busy? Sky is now obstructed. Interesting. You happy now? Alright. I may have to move all this and spread them out a little bit more, but that's okay. Right, so we'll leave that going for just a short amount of time. Whilst that's going, you'll see these bees will actually start affecting stuff. Now, what I'm a little concerned about is this on its own will generate butterflies, and I don't know if they're passive or not. So if we get attacked by butterflies, that'll be interesting. We'll deal with that when it comes to
Will
it.
be cool.
Yeah.
Deadly butterflies from hell.
Yeah, because there's actually two different ways of breeding, but I'll come over to that. So if I go to forestry here and look some of this stuff up, because I actually forgotten, there's an item I need and I forgot the name of it. It's like a pair of glasses. It might be called spectacles, but I'll just check. So it has to be, oh there they are, spectacles from forestry. Requires 2 glass panes and a bronze ingot. Easy. I would suggest you make one as well. In fact, just come to this terminal here and Rolf, and grab a pair of spectacles.
Ooh, fancy.
So you can put them on. Just a warning, an old bug that I don't know whether or not has been fixed is that if one person on the server was wearing it and the other person wasn't, it would lag the other person quite heavily. So in general, you know, you wear these sparingly, I think. And let's fly about a little bit, see if we notice anything. Nothing yet. Okay. So whilst wearing these spectacles, you will see special leaves, but without these spectacles on, you won't see them. Right. Next step, we want some kind of grafter. Now we do have a formium grafter, but I'm going to make this grafter, which is the bronze one, and I'm going to take the formium one out as well. The reason I've made the other one is if in the quest book, under tree breeding, we need the other grafter, and they've actually gives you an industrial grafter actually, which could be good. Oh, Rolf, before you go, can you do me a favour? Can you go and charge that up for me?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And we got a walnut sapling out of my bag. That's rubbish. Just put that away.
Ooh, banners.
Right, let's have a look how we're getting on over here. Usually doesn't take too long to get this process going. This is happy enough, but I'm hoping I don't have to come off camera too much for to wait for this.
We've got stuff to do in the meanwhile.
Like what?
Like the things I prepared.
Yeah, but that's for another episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. Something that we did do is there was a bug that meant the mana tablet, you probably noticed this over a few episodes, kept jumping to my mouse cursor and then ended up being thrown on the floor. So to circumvent that, I've made a greater band of mana. These bands of mana that one. Mana tablet, 4 mana steel, and then I upgraded it with a Terra Steel ingot to get the greater band. So that's going to give us some storage of mana. In fact, it's twice as much storage as a mana tablet does normally. Now I'm hoping, I'm trying to waste some time, but it's not working. Okay, what I'll do then, let's come off camera for a bit, wait for this process to happen, and then come back on camera. I think that'll be better.
Okay.
Alright, we're back in a bit. Okay, so we've got our first pollination, and I'm going to take the spectacles off for a moment because we do have one, but it's difficult to see, and I want to show that it's there but hard to see. And with the spectacles on, you can see it quite clearly. It's this white leaf block. Now, if you break, don't do this yet, Rolf. If you break leaves, as you know from breaking leaves naturally, you only get a small chance of getting saplings out of it. Now, grafters guarantee a sapling. So that's why we got them. So I'm going to use the Formium one here and break this leaf. And a sapling drops. And this sapling, I'll just show you it as well. It looks a bit different.
Ooh.
So we've had a somewhat successful crossbreed. So if I look in the Treealyzer here, oh, this is a purebred. So we've got a purebred silver lime sapling, and it gives us all sorts of stats about it. And it says this one supports nuts. That's important to note that it says it supports nuts because it's a particular tree line I'm going to try and go down. So let's seeing as we were reading some stuff as well while we were doing this. So this is one method of being able to pollinate leaves. The other method is butterflies can once they generate, they'll fly from leaf to leaf, grabbing what they call pollen, and move it from leaf to leaf and crossbreed that way. In fact, one of our older series where we had the big glass jar, that's exactly how we crossbred our trees, is why we contained the butterflies so they couldn't escape and in and around our trees, and then we just used the butterflies because it's a lot faster. But there's another method as well that I've never done before. Do you have an axe? A good axe of any kind? I can't remember if you got an axe of the string. Otherwise, I've got a Manulian hatchet.
Oh, I've got an obsidian lumber axe.
Oh, and I was about to die from hunger.
So, what do you want to chop down?
Alright. Let's... all these trees, because I'm going to move them. Because I was looking up some stuff, and so it's a method I've not seen or done before, although I know the theory because it's similar to another method that I do know about. But, and then, can you try and get, use the grafter a little bit to make sure that we get at least some saplings out of this? Oh, that will do. Oh, the industrial grafter is ridiculous. Wow, that is awesome. It just does it as an AoE.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that. Alright, sweet. Let's pick up some of these dirt blocks. Just probably the 2. And can you also pick up the I'll do it. I was going to grab the industrious bee. Because to be fair, it is better to have them running in here. Yep, there we go. Because at least that way the stuff is automated. Okay, so let's see if I can show another method for this. We'll need 2 trees nearby, one of each as before. So maybe... it's going to be tricky because there's not a lot of room for this here. Oh, by the way, I had to get rid of the begonia that was here generating bees, because what used to was happening, and I discovered this a bit too late in, is that the bees that were generating from the flower over here, the hyacinths, were throwing bees all over the floor, of which the begonia was picking it straight back up again and grinding them into mana when I actually was trying to keep it. So that was fun. Alright, as I say, it's a bit of a tight squeeze over here, but let's grab ourselves this apple oak sapling, which for some reason is not showing up, but I think is there. And again, we're going to use a birch to show this method, I think. Which I think we'll get away with here. Should be close enough. Alright, let's grow those two. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, and they are close enough. Right, so again these two trees will pollinate, but what I'm going to do is I get rid of this seal upgrade for now. And we're going to swap it for something called a sieve upgrade, which I think I can... Oh, why can't I craft it? Because I need silk wisps. Do I have silk wisps anywhere? That may be a problem. I didn't...
Got some over here.
Oh, we got a tiny amount, but hardly any. They come from silky propolis, which you have to centrifuge. And then it's a rare chance off of that, but... damn. That's a bit frustrating. I didn't realise. So yeah, we need 3 more silk wisps. Let me come off camera again. I'll see if I can solve that. Okay, I'm back, and I was doing something that was slightly interesting, so I thought I'll come on camera for it. While we were trying to solve the silky propolis thing and need those silk wisps. Silky propolis comes from tropical bees. There's a few issues with this at the moment, but one of which is it needs a hot and damp environment, so I've increased that, but we've still got a hostile environment. It says there's no flowers. Now, the flower it needs is a vine nearby growing. So we had some lily pads, which I think was a quest reward from something. I'm going to chuck it in here, and it turns it into vines by doing a magical exchange. Then I'll just grab any kind of oak wood. In fact, I've got some here. Just grab that. And let's put it just... Well, to be fair, I've got trees right here. Let's just do that. Right, now that should make it a little happier in here. And now it just says not daytime is the only thing it's currently complaining about. Oh, we can solve that too. This is pretty much how you solve a bee, is just going through bit by bit and seeing what it's complaining about. So by going into our not treealyzer, beealyzer, I can have a look and see that it needs warm and damp environment, although it has a bit of tolerance. And it requires territory in, well, it says jungle type. Let me see. There should be something that says about its flowers and vines it needs somewhere. It just says flower type jungle. I just know from experience that that flower happens to be vines. So okay, still says hostile environment though. Says that humidity is normal. So do I need to make it even more humid? Oh no, it's caught up. Oh, you did it.
No, I instant 2 more.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now it's running. Now I'm going to run away a little bit, and I suggest you do the same, because the one of the side effects is that
I'll show it on the cam.
Oh, okay. Is that they poison players, so you might want to grab some milk or something, maybe.
Oh, why? Can't stand here for regeneration.
Well, I guess. I'm not sure one counters the other particularly well, though, but yeah. Interesting. It's not.
Maybe only the drones hurt.
So I guess I could. This wasn't my plan at all. This is going to turn... Oh, now I'm poisoned. Oh, there's some silky propolis coming. Oh, well, that's the comb that eventually turns into silky propolis, which right now we're not really dealing
I got
with.
poisoned.
But what it will do is the propolis, you can see, will come through here, and then I have to manually, because I haven't got silky propolis doing anything individual, grab the silky propolis as it comes out and place it inside the I think it's a centrifuge. Let me check. Yeah, the centrifuge. And then there's a chance that it gives us silky wisps off of that. Okay. Yeah, we'll be right back when we've got the wisps that we need. Okay, we're back with the last silky propolis I need in my hand to make our sieve upgrade. So, that sieve upgrade I'm going to put inside the industrious tank here. And what that will do is, as it says here, collect pollen. And the pollen will actually end up going through our tubes here and being collected out here. But what it does, it looks for nearby trees and collects the pollen off of those. Now, I can't use the industrial grafter for individual stuff, because otherwise it will take the whole tree down with it. Useful for taking a whole tree down, but you know, I found another mutated one. That was just from a natural one while we were waiting for the silky wisps. And this is just nothing really. It's apple oak silver birch crossbred together to produce really nothing at all. So that's fine. You can actually get like different traits off of these, like you can with bees, so that you can get like higher yields. So this being an apple tree of some kind, you can adjust its yield to get like highest yields and stuff. So it produces like 1,000,000 apples. That can sometimes be useful. Sometimes, but not always. I'm just going to put the sapling in there, it'll be fine. And hopefully we'll see some pollen come through in a short while. May have to come off camera again, because those pollens that I've got in there at the moment are not from trees, they're from our industrious bees. So should we come off camera again and wait for some pollen, a pollen to come through? Oh, there's one.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, still the industrial one.
No, it's the same type.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll be right back then. Okay, finally, because it took a long time, we got a pollen from one of those trees. So it's just basically grabbed that pollen from the tree, and as it happens, you can treealize the pollen like you would a normal sapling. And there's a way of using this pollen. I think there's a couple of ways. One I'm not going to show exactly, but I could right click one of these leaves with this pollen, and I believe I could directly cross pollinate that way. Or they're using Gendustry to help us. I can grab a birch sapling, go over to my Mutatron, grab the I think what I need to do is use our birch sapling here and scan it once to turn it into away from a vanilla tree into a forestry type tree. And now we get a choice of the different things that this could go into. As it happens, we already have a silver lime sapling, so I might take the white willow sapling. Didn't even know that was even an option. But by selecting that with a bit of luck and then some advanced Mutatron stuff later, we now have a white willow tree. I've never seen a white willow before.
Nice.
Matures very quickly apparently.
Shall we grow it?
Yeah, I was thinking we will. Let's grow it over at the back, so out the way, so it doesn't get in the way.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not sure how it mutates into things at the moment. There we go. Oh wow, that is a big tree, and it's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and it has vines on it naturally. Could be a good way of grabbing vines if we didn't have the transmutation method.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've got shears on me.
Well, no, don't use the shears. Just, oh, what, for the vines?
Yeah.
No, we've got vines growing over on the tree over there. It's already growing out, so don't worry about it. Just grab ourselves a few white willow saplings to be used for later. All the saplings. It's insane the amount of saplings you get from this industrial grafter.
Yeah.
I've already run out of power on mine. Anyway,
Got a little bit left.
getting distracted by white willow trees. But anyway, you get the idea. So there's a few methods of crossbreeding. Either, you know, waiting naturally for 2 leaves to cross-pollinate, or waiting for the pollen and then using the mutatron. There's another way as well, using alvearies, but that's so deep in the line, and it's actually pretty slow, that it's not worth worrying about for this. Okay, cool. I think that wraps it up for this episode. Went on far longer than I expected to, because I didn't expect to quite do all these other methods, but it was interesting to me. I would say never used that method before, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Alright, so from me and Rolf, we would like to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you later.
Bye.